All right, you heard an amazing, amazing story from amazing, amazing women doing amazing things. All of you, as I look in this sea of beautiful women, I know that you have lots to give. And sometimes you give more of yourself than you really even realize that you do have to give. Now, tonight, you were given a charm. The charm was what? Shovel. All right, we're good. Yes, dig it. I love that, Diane. Dig it. And that's what it's all about because, like I said, ironically, I told this story, and yes, I do love to tell stories because that's how we remember the lessons. And it does start with our childhood. And I'm a children's book author. Many of you know that. So this is something that's near and dear to my heart. So I want to start about a donkey. Donkey, when you think of the word donkey, what comes, first thing that comes to your mind? Stubborn. What else? Oh, we are not a shy group, by the way. Oh, hi, Lori. Hello. Lori is here joining us. Sorry, she just peeked in. She's the past GM here, and now she's down at Buka, so I'm glad to have her back as well. What do you think of when you think of a donkey? Don't say people's names, Lori. What's that? Kicking. A donkey is known actually for its strength as well, right? Strength. Think about what it's been used for back in the day, right? To carry a lot of things. We carry a lot of things too. And I'm going to tell you a story about a farmer. I'm going to take you to the countryside, all right? Okay, beautiful farm side. We're in a beautiful farm building, right? With beautiful things that farmers probably don't have in their farmhouse. But so here's this farmer. He has this wonderful donkey. He has served him well over the years. He's getting a little bit older in age. And he was walking along, and the donkey fell in a deep, deep, deep hole. He heard this donkey scream. What does a donkey say when he screams? Come on, you need to leave the whole judgment at the door. He goes, hee-haw, right? Hee-haw. He says, get me out. The farmer hears this donkey, runs over and looks down, and it's a deep, deep well. And you have to understand, he loves this donkey. This donkey has given him a lot of things over the years. And he says, what am I going to do? I can't lift him out. He's old, right? He's old. I have to call the neighbors. The neighbors come over. Guess what they come with? Shovels. They come with shovels. They get around the well, and they say, the farmer says, okay, we're going to do this quick, neighbors. We need to shovel as much dirt as we can and cover the donkey and put him out of his misery, quick. You're like, okay, Molly Sunshine, what just happened? Well, as you can imagine, the donkey who was going hee-haw is now hysterical. He doesn't know what to do. All of a sudden, all this dirt is coming on top. But then all of a sudden, he stops. He said, wait. Shakes it off. Steps it up. They do another shovel. He shakes it off, steps it up. What happens next? He walks right on out and lives the rest of his years happy and loving that farmer. So often we have dirt that is placed upon our backs. And perhaps this was probably one I should have had in the beginning of our journey here at Wendell August, because of course we did dream big, you know, with our star, and the shine bright with the sun, and the love with the heart. We had a motivator with each one. But yet, if we focus on that dirt and get rid of that dirt that we place or others place on our back, we become much stronger now, don't we? So some of the lessons, when I first heard this story, again, I saw some of the, it's like, oh my gosh, Is that donkey truly going to die? When we're faced with hardships, sometimes it kind of feels like that. Sometimes inside, oh my gosh, how am I going to make it out, right? I look on the sea. I see a beautiful woman. Many of you are dealing with divorce. Many of you are switching jobs. Many of you are raising children with parents, not the other parent, not in your home. There are a lot of things that you can see as hardships. However, there's this thing that I do called mind mapping. This is something that I did with this story. When I look at stories, I look at ways to find lessons within the stories. And the first one is teach others. Think about that donkey. That donkey taught that farmer to what? Shake it off. And say that maybe there are other solutions. We're teachers, everyone. We're teachers. Show strength. Show strength. Because how many of you have ever feared something in your life? Yeah. Yeah, I could put a hand, another leg, another leg, you know? I had a little thing that scared me not too long ago. Many of you know I'm a motivational speaker. I travel the country. My voice and my words are very powerful. A lot of thing is my branding too, my credibility. It's very important. Over this past year, I started forgetting things. And I thought, that's bizarre. This summer I would go to the amusement park and I'd ride a ride and I'd feel something in my brain and it's like, why does it hurt there? And it always hurts in the same spot. Recently, I saw Tony Robbins speak, and he talked about a brain tumor that he had to work through. And for those who know me, I look for signs, and then I look for ways, and I know that if I harbor this fear, what I think about, I bring about. I made the call, and I said, you know what? Hardships, right? I don't know anything right now. I just know I'm forgetting things. I'm calling my son's backpack backups, and I'm putting thanks in emails that should be the fors for ifs. What's wrong? What's going on? Hardship, right? Well, I had a CAT scan. It was clear. Yeah. But think about the things that we keep on our backs, and we say, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. But guess what? I got blood work done. There's a lot of things that it says labor daily. How many of you think I labor daily? How many of you labor daily? You all do, right? I labor daily with my mind. But guess what? I haven't been taking care of my body. So the next couple months, I'm going to take a little bit of a siesta. And I'm not going to sleep, because Molly doesn't sleep. But what I'm going to do is listen to my body. Because it's important to labor daily, but also pay attention to the mind and your body. Because without your body, what good are you to others? So when you go to be constant in everything that you do. My husband is here, and I say, okay, yeah, there's some things that I need to do better with my health and take care of me. But luckily, guess what? He's the healthful dad. That means, yes, he knows everything about nutrition, everything about fitness. So, you know, I could say, oh, darn, I need to take off. I can't do this. I can't do that. You know, I can be focusing on that dirt or say, by darn, I married the right man. You know, you don't know what you're going to be given in life. But you do have a choice as to how you're going to face it. And to get the answers and to seek the answers. Because just like the donkey, you can pretend and keep yourself in that hole, or you can go and look for ways to shake it off and step it up. Because people are counting on you, including yourself. One other thing I need to let go. Everybody has something that they're faced with that is a limitation. How many of you have a limitation? Okay, good, we're all human. Hey, I have a limitation. Anybody have this one? See, I thought that I have control over everything. Everything. You don't. And when you get certain reminders and little knocks, I was really lucky to have symptoms. You know? It's your blessing. You look for those things like, good, you got symptoms, so you can do something about it. Don't wait. Because, you know, changes control into this. Letting it go. And knowing that you're just a small part of the bigger picture. And together, we're stronger. So be the donkey, shake it off, and step it up. That's what I want all of you to do, because I cannot do my work without you doing your work and your passion work. So many of you have seen on your name tag, you have a heart, a shovel, a sun, or a star, right? If you don't, just whatever you feel like. But you should have one on there. What I want you to do, and for those who are new to experiencing this, what I do is I want you to find someone with that same symbol. And I want you to think about, you know what? Here's one of my limitations, but this is one thing I'm going to do differently when I walk out this door tonight. So I want you to spend very little time on the limitation, right? Because as women, a lot of times like, well, I have this and I have that. No. You're going to say one, and you're going to focus the rest on what you're going to do about it. You know what happens a lot of times when you share that? What happens? You do it. What else could you get from it? Help. You never know, because guess what? I could share it with Sandy and be like, oh my gosh, I've so been there, and this is what I tried. Give it a try, you know, just keep on trying, because if we don't keep trying, we might as well give up, right? And we don't give up, because if you follow Molly Sunshine, that is not an option. So I want to give 2 minutes, ladies, can we do that? And find somebody with that same symbol, share that limitation, but then focus on that action.